How to go from worker to business owner. I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD. Upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Pick up that free copy of the nutrition and workout guide in the description below. I'm currently down 45 pounds. And if you're interested in how I did that, pick up the free copy of the nutrition and workout guide. Also, you can check out all the workouts and everything on my channel if you're also interested. And there's plenty of, I got 2 or 3 different playlists on my channel, depending on where you're at in your fitness journey. So keep that in mind as well. I'm also the owner of Ensorsale. Ensorsale is family. Together we rise up from humble beginnings to inspire others all over the world with the messages on our t-shirts. So wear your inspiration today and use code FitFutureMD for 20% off and pick you up a t-shirt like this one that says built brick by brick, right? So, I think every employee goes through this. They have a bad day at the office. One of the other employees pisses them off, or you're just around incompetence all day. Whatever the reason, but, I feel like everyone goes through like, well, I'm just going to take my skills and go open a business for myself, right? I think everybody kind of goes through that, right? And, so this video is about, well, how do you really actually act on that, right? Well, number one, you're going to educate yourself in business, right? So you're going to spend a little time, at your small business center, at your community college, right? You're going to get information on starting a business. A good first step is to talk to a CPA, right? If you have no financial knowledge of, about business, the biggest thing is you have to educate yourself. Education is everything, right? So if you don't know anything about business, there's many aspects to business. And, even me with all my expertise in business, I still have areas of business that I'm not very good at, right? And usually when you first start out in a business, you're a solopreneur, right? So you are the one doing all the aspects of the business, even the ones that you're not good at, right? Obviously you want to grow your business so eventually you can hire employees to do the things you're not good at, or the things that don't help the business make money. But, usually when you're first starting out, or if you're somebody watching this video that's still an employee, usually it's a long way to start that, right? So that's number one, is to educate yourself. So once you get that education, step 2 is you're going to make a plan, right? And, you figure out, you may already know what your skill is. You may not know what your skill is. You may have to shadow somebody to figure out what business you want to actually be in, right? So for me, the reason I opened up a t-shirt company or a brand is, when I got to Atlantic Beach, I had no job, no money, no nothing. The only job I could get at the time, in this area was at a beach shop. Well, at that beach shop, they press t-shirts, right? So I learned about fabrics. I learned about types of t-shirts. I learned about, having a store and blocking and facing a store and, all that kind of stuff. And, that job didn't last very long because, I feel like the guy obviously figured out that I was interested and was going to open up and be a competitor. But, it was very clear that it was very, very clear to me at that time that was going to be my business, right? So I learned by shadowing, by doing a job. It was a $7.25 an hour job, and I walked there every day, right? So, and after that, I got another job at another beach shop, actually scooping ice cream. And if I had done that, I'd been 500 pounds. So, if I had opened up that business. But it's still a good business to look into if you're interested in that. But so basically, I shadowed individuals, right? One was a beat shop that just sold t-shirts. He didn't make them. The other one, he made his own t-shirts, right? So it was a different business model, same business, right? So, the one I ended up working for second, he bought other brands and had brands in his shop, other brands in his shop instead of his own brand, right? So it's just a different business model. So like I say, so you make a plan. Well, my plan was I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna go to bed late, right? To make my product, right? So I make my product, I got a heat press right here behind me, and I make the product. Also got a vinyl cutter for when I do samples, right? So this shirt that I'm wearing on is actually this shirt I got on is actually a sample. It's not a final product, right? But this is made with vinyl, right? So, but the final product is made with screen print, right? Or DTG. And and learning about the different print methods and all that stuff, but so I made the plan to, hey, I'm going to take this amount of time extra a day and work on my business, right? And say, sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's not, right? Because you realize that to make a business, grow a business, you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of your extra time, right? So obviously that's why I chose to live close to my actual real job, right? That way I basically bought back my time. I'm not spending 45 minutes on the road, 45 minutes back. I can't do business, or I can't make t-shirts, can't make apparel, or ship out apparel or any of that stuff while driving to work, right? So I also decreased my cost in the vehicles, right? So I don't have to have a brand new car that I know is dependable and all that stuff. Like, I can literally walk to work if I need to, right? I also have a bike, could bike to work. So buying back your time is very important in my opinion, right? So if you can spend, so for us, it might be $50 extra a month, but in some areas I know it's $500, $600 extra a month to buy back your time, because that time can exponentially grow your business, right? Especially when you introduce leverage into your business, right? So, keep that in mind when you're thinking about starting a business. So you've made your plan, you figured out what you wanted to do, and then the last thing is you just have to execute on the plan. And being in business is about taking risks, right? So you're going to risk. If this is capitalism, so that means you risk capital to make money. Now, that being said, I personally discourage opening a business with debt, right? Now, that makes it a lot more difficult to start, and you're going to be going a lot slower, right? And the reason a lot of people try to open up their own business is because they're not making enough money as it is, right? So, you may have to be disciplined for a while and save to open up that business, right? Because let's say if a blank t-shirt's between $3 and $10, if I'm going to sell 12 of them, that's $120, right? And then you sell them, and then you got $240, and you buy 20 or whatever it is, right? So whatever your product is, that's how it's going to be. You're going to have to put money into the inventory, right? So, but most people do that on what's called 30 or net terms, or stuff like that. And like I say, you want to avoid that, because if that inventory doesn't sell, you can still give it away as what's called a lost leader or a lead magnet, and get customers that way by showing how quality your product is. And if you can get customers that way, hopefully they'll tell people, right? Stuff like that. So but you never made the profit back to get because it costs you money to get customers, basically is the point. Whether, some companies spend thousands of dollars to get a customer, right? When, say, AT&T runs a national ad with the iPhone, Apple and AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile or other, they spend millions of dollars to acquire customers because they know the lifetime value of a customer is very high compared to what they're spending. So you got to keep that in mind too. Like, and honestly, when I first started, I ordered some stuff from China thinking, oh, we're doing great. And it all came back wrong. So I ended up having to give that away at Christmas. The thing said like 3X on there and it was a small, right? So, stuff like that is, you have growing pains when you start business, right? And you don't want to have growing pains with debt, right? So let's say keep that in mind, guys. These are my steps to basically go from employee to business owner, right? You make a plan. You figure out what you want to do. You make a plan, and you execute on the plan, right? And you take risks and learn from what you do, right? Like I said, that's why I say education first, because you educate yourself so you don't make a lot of mistakes when you first start. But that can get you into what's called analysis paralysis. Like, you don't want to be in analysis paralysis. You want to, find somebody that's done what you wanted to do and get their help, right? And, some people, that's why all these courses and all this stuff is out there now, because, when you're successful at something, people start asking you how you become successful, right? So, and that's when most people come up with a course or YouTube video or, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below, if this helped you. Share it with somebody that needs it. Like I say, if you want to start your own business, it's not that difficult. Like I said, I just helped one of my friends, War Machine Company, start their business, and was happy to do it, and I can also do it for you. So I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD. Shop at Ensorsale.com. 20% off using code FitFutureMD. Wear your inspiration today, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.